What's going on, family? Trying to get this camera straight. Don't want to be all crooked up in here. What's going on, family? Blacksteel from Blacksteel Entertainment, home of the independent artists. Welcome to another episode of the 38 Village Podcast. How y'all doing this morning? How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody feeling good? Sunday, February 17th. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you too. Like I said, today is Sunday, February 17th. Another day that God had gave you to make your life different, to make your life better, so you could be legendary. How are y'all doing today? Been a lot of things going on in the world. A lot of things going on. A lot of things that's going to try to keep you from doing what you have to do. You know what I mean? Good morning, cuz. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Hope everything is well. Hope everybody's woke up in a good spirit this morning. Hope everybody is ready to get on their path to greatness. That's what we all trying to do. Hopefully that's all what we all trying to do. Good morning, sis. Good morning, good morning. Again, everybody, we trying to get this technical difficulty switched up, but when you see Blacksteel Entertainment, that's my wife. She's administrator of the page, so you're going to be seeing a lot of that. Just remember that that's who that is. Okay? All right. We've talked about getting our lives together, how getting a positive attitude, adopting a positive attitude, checking your weaknesses and everything like that, and make a better you. Working on yourself in order to make it to greatness and do what you have to do. Take care of your family and all that stuff we talked about before. Today we're going to talk about persistence. Persistence is basically be firm and continuous with in a course of action despite any kind of obstacles that could get in your way. So if you're having hard times that's stopping you from getting to where you want to be in life, you don't never stop. You just keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. That's what persistence is. Without persistence, you will continue to fail. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. If you stop, you already gave up and you already lost. You have to be persistent. It's always going to be something that's going to come into play that's going to try to stop you from doing what you got to do and staying on your path. But you got to continue to be persistent and continue, and consistency as well. I mean, you got to continue to push. Okay, great. That's great. So that'll help us out. So now you know exactly who it is. She switched up the administration role and got her so you can actually see her responding. So you won't think I'm talking to myself. And like, how is he doing that with his hands down there and he ain't even looking down? You know how it is. Well, anyway, excuse me. You have to be persistent. If you trying to better yourself and there's somebody, well, I hope nobody else is glitching. Everybody, is you having any problems with the video, the live stream? Anybody having problems? Okay, I guess not. Okay. Where's the voice? Well, like I was saying, when you're trying to do something, especially when you're trying to do something positive, there's always going to be something or somebody to try to get in your way, try to stop you from doing this. You know, people say, "Oh, the devil's hard at work. The devil's hard at work." That was actually a topic as well that we did. That the devil is hard at work because he's always hard at work, especially when you're trying to do something positive. All right, cuz, that's good. Seem like everybody's good. So he's always hard at work. So when you feeling defeated, you feel like everything you're trying to do, something is holding you back. You still have to be persistent. You have to fight through that. You have to fight through that. You have to keep pushing. You can't allow these things to stop your growth. It's always going to be something. It's always going to be something. But you have to try to push through it. You have to be persistent. If you on a road, on a railroad, and it got potholes and potholes and potholes, if you really have to get to where you got to go to, your destination is like, this is something that you really have to do. Like, it's like being great should be your ultimate path, your ultimate journey, that you're trying to better yourself and be better. So when you're on this road and you have all these potholes, you can't just stop and like, well, I don't want to tear up the car. That's part of the journey. That's part of the journey. Things are going to get broken up. Things are going to be rough. Things are going to be harder for you to get there. It might even be a hill on this road. It might even be patches of ice or anything that's going to stop you from trying to go to where you got to be at. But if you're persistent, you will get there. You'll find a way to get there. You'll find a way. And you're going to ride, maybe you'll ride slower over the potholes so you won't damage the car too much. When you get to the ice, don't press them brakes because you're going to slide off. Don't press them brakes. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. No matter what, you got to keep going. You press them brakes and you're going to slide. So don't stop. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. Like I said, them hills, it might take a little more energy to get up there. It might take more. You might feel defeated. You might feel beat down, but you have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. This path to greatness is not going to be good. It's not going to be easy. I mean, not good. It's going to be good. Because as you passing certain obstacles, you're like, I made it. I made it. And be happy in that. Be happy. Really celebrate them small victories. Celebrate it. Whenever you pass an obstacle, celebrate it. The more you celebrate it, the more your motivation comes stronger. You'll be more persistent because, like, yo, I did that part. I know I can make it past this. It's always something. But once you get past them obstacles, the feeling is so great that it's just going to make you keep pushing because you want to keep feeling that greatness, that adrenaline rush, that endorphins being released. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's keep pushing. I don't see none of that. I don't see none of that. I don't know what happened. I can see comments, unless there's more coming that I don't see. I see comments, but you saying that make me think I'm missing something. But like I said though, you gotta keep pushing. Just like right now. We're having obstacles right now. I don't know what the problem is on her end, because we're not in the same room. So I don't know what's going on, but I can't stop. I got to keep pushing. Got to be persistent. Now, we have problems all the time. The road might be muddy, might be flooded, might be potholes, might be ice, might be hills, just rocky, but we just got to keep pushing. Yes, you might have to change the way that you're going on this road. You might have to adjust to certain things. Like I said about the potholes, you might drive over a little slower. You might try to weave some of these to get around them. The ice, like I said, don't stop, because you stop, you're going to slide, and you might slide off the road. You might slide off the path. So you got to keep pushing. Now, you might not go fast over this ice, but you got to keep going. You got to be careful on how you're going. It's all about the planning too. When you're being persistent, you got to plan. Well, with everything, you have to plan. You have to plan what is the course of action that you're going to take if this comes up or if this happens. You got to try to be prepared for what's coming up next. Good morning. You got to be prepared for what's coming up next. So whatever it is, you have to be persistent and keep pushing. You might, like I said, when you're on this path to greatness, it's going to be people, it's going to be things, it's going to be so many things that try to stop you. But you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing no matter how hard it gets. Don't let it defeat you. Once you stop and you let it go, there's almost, it's like hard to get back on that road. It's hard. It's really hard. So you have to be aware of your surroundings, the things that's going on, the things that probably go on. You have to be more knowledgeable about these things. And once you see, like I said about this road, we're going to keep using this analogy about this road. You're on this road and you see that it's bumpy. There's rocks in the road. There's water, there's floods in certain areas. You have to take those situations a little differently. You're going on your path, you get to some water, you might have to ride on the side of the road a little bit just to get around the water, depending on how deep it is. It might be you got to adjust. You got to adjust. The potholes, you might weave them, you might drive slow, but you still have to stay on this path. You cannot turn off the path. Once you do, you might end up in the woods. You might end up off the road, down a cliff, or something like that. So you have to stay on the path. Okay, that's great. But now you Black Still Entertainment again. But you have to stay persistent. There's always going to be something. You got to keep pushing. You can't let negative stuff hold you back. You can't let it hold you back. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be so many things. But if you keep pushing, I guarantee you, you're going to get to where you need to be. You're going to get to that greatness. You're going to achieve that greatness. But you can't stop. You can't stop no matter what. You can't stop. You cannot stop. And like I said yesterday, even when you make it there, it should be another road that you're taking. Don't get settled in. It's no time to get settled in. That's just telling you that it's more work to be done. Now that you reach this point, just say that you actually get to the point where you're great. Your greatness is here, you this and that. Now it's time to help other people get to their greatness. It never stops. The path never stops. Now you have to guide other people past these same obstacles. That's how you be more great. That's how you build on your greatness. You have to be persistent and keep pushing and then build on to that greatness. I'm still on my path. I didn't make it there yet. But I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. I'm going around these potholes right now. I'm going slow over them. I'm trying to make it past or ice or this water. I'm trying to make it past all of this. And by me coming onto this, doing this podcast, I'm getting past a lot of them. Because like I said, I'm not the public speaker. I'm far from being a public speaker. But at the same time, being on this platform and being able to talk to all of y'all is helping me on my path to greatness, to be able to talk to more people and to reach more people. From this, I feel more confident that I'm able to talk to more people in public. Excuse me. And just like I said, talking to y'all really helped me out with that. Y'all helping me around my obstacles. And being a public speaker is one of my biggest obstacles. That might actually be a 30-ton boulder in the middle of my road, in the middle of my path. And that's one I might have to chisel through. But I'm going to get through it. I can get me a jackhammer. Y'all are my jackhammer. Talking to y'all actually really helps me feel more confident in talking in front of people. And the more that I'll be able to talk in front of people, the more I'm growing and the more people I can help. Because that's my ultimate goal, just to help as many people as possible. Yes, I'm going to be growing and helping myself along that way. But that is my greatness. That's when I really feel like I did something. When I get to that point where I'm like, people are saying, yo, you helped me so much. You helped me so much. This is what I want. I want to be able to touch so many people that no matter where I go, I've helped somebody. No, everybody say, oh, if I could just help one person. Yes, that's a great goal. That's a great goal because one person can help other people. And it can be like a snowball effect, domino effect, whatever you want to use. But if I can touch 100 people and help change their lives for the better, and they do the same thing, that snowball effect gets bigger. That domino effect gets bigger. More people get in touch. More people are receiving good information and reaching their my ultimate goal. That's my ultimate goal. I want to reach more than just one. I want to be able to have people to just see their growth, just to see how people grow. I know that's going to be so gratifying to me to see other people grow. So that is my path. Everybody have to be on their own path and what their perception of greatness is. What you believe is greatness. Hopefully the things that I talk about and the things that I go through and my experiences that I share and everything like that will help people reach their greatness. Whatever it is that you're doing in life, you have to set a plan to get to what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I always go back to talking about singers and stuff like that because I work with music. So if you want to be an artist and that's your ultimate goal, that's what you feel is greatness, that you are a multi-platinum artist, decide on what the steps are to get there. Good morning, sis. Decide on not decide, determine what are the steps to get there. Well, first of all, you got to write a song. You got to record that song. You got to promote that song. You got to perform it. You got to do something to get the awareness out to people. You have to do there's a lot of steps that you have to do to get there. But once you get your stuff out there in front of people, now you got to make another song. You got to get more awareness out there. You got to really push and advertise yourself, market yourself in order to get out there. These are all the obstacles on that path. These are the bumps. These are the potholes. This is the ice, the water. All that you have to get through to become this platinum artist. Now you got to get all the sales in order to become platinum. You have to do all this. All this is work. But as long as you keep pushing, you will get there sooner or later. Now, an artist, being a platinum artist right now in this industry, how it is right now, you're going to go through more obstacles than what people had to do 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You're going to have more obstacles because record labels are really not making that much money anymore. It's all about streaming now. So it's going to be more obstacles. But if you keep pushing and keep learning new ways, like I said, you have to adjust. When these situations come, these different obstacles in the path, you have to adjust. So now it's streaming, you have to adjust to try to find a way to make yourself platinum through streaming. Excuse me. And you have to be persistent. If you stop at any time to take a rest, sometimes that might be too much. It might be too much. That one rest, and now your car is sliding back off that hill. Now you got to work harder just to get back to where you was at. You have to stay persistent no matter what the situation is. What are the things that you want to do with your life? What are you trying to do? What is the path to get there? These are the things you have to decide before persistence even starts. You gotta have an end game. You gotta have somewhere that you want to go. You gotta have a destination. What is your greatness? What do you perceive as greatness? What in your life will be so fulfilling that you feel like you've done all you can? That is that fulfilling. That's like, now I could just relax because I've did it. I've achieved it. What is that? Once you determine what that is, the road should be somewhat easier because you already have a map to get there. You know what you need to do after that. Yes, it's going to be hard a lot of times. It's going to be hard a lot of times, but once you determine what is your end game, what's your destination, the path comes much clearer of what you have to do. With me, like I said, my path is my destination is to be able to help a lot of people. So right now, I'm working on myself while I'm trying to help other people. We could grow together. We all could grow together. I'm no better than any of you. I'm no better than any of you. I might have a little extra information on certain situations, and I'm pretty sure y'all got some more information for me. But growing together, that's how a lot of things come into play. It's always going to be somebody that knows something that you don't, and vice versa. But if y'all can build on things together, because you know this and I know that, and nobody's ego tripping, things will grow. Because that's just another pothole that you got to get over. Them egos. That's another pothole, another thing you got to persist through. Once everybody feel like they're on the same page, the village grows. Everybody grows together. But you have to be persistent. You have to keep fighting. Once you stop fighting, it's over. Do you think that, just to put like this, just imagine what our life would be like right now if Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, yo, did he just spit on me? I'm done. I'm done. I can't do, dogs, I'm done. Water, I'm done. I can't do this no more. What if he actually said this? What if he said, yo, I'm done. I can't do this no more. It's too much for me. Where would our lives be at right now? Where would it be right now if he actually said, no, I'm done. I can't do this. It's too much. He still fought through all that negativity, all that stuff, man, being spit on. Y'all can't imagine being spit on right now. None of y'all. I know that for a fact because I can't. I can't. Spit on me? Yo. Smack me? Sick dogs on me? All that stuff that he went through, that all of them went through, fighting through the civil rights movement and all that. None of y'all could fathom being in that situation right now. None of y'all. Yeah, it would be so much worse because somebody had to lead the path. Somebody had to start the path. Somebody had to get over most of them obstacles so we could be better off. Somebody had to do it. I'm not Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but I'm hoping that I could get past some of these things for us. Hopefully I could get past some of them. It's going to be a rough road, but I know that we can all get there. And I'm not talking about being the next civil rights movement or nothing like that. It would be great if what I do sparks something that could make something better for us. That would be great. But my whole focus is to just help open eyes and strengthen the people so that they can be better off and make their paths better and easier and to reach their greatness. Because once you know that you're great, you're not going to allow certain things to happen in your life. You're not going to settle for nothing mediocre. You're not going to just take that. You like, yo, I'm better than this. I gotta do better because I'm better than this. Once you get to that feeling and reach that form of greatness and understanding, you're not gonna let things happen to you. And then people will stand up more for themselves. Yeah, I couldn't, man. Everything happens for a reason. And the fact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went through that type of stuff and everybody else that was part of the civil rights movement went through that stuff is to make it better for us. But be on a serious tip, if that wouldn't have happened, it has still been like that now. It would have still been like that now. It was destined for that to happen. So we could be stronger now. So we could be stronger now. So we could be the people that's like, no, that's not happening no more. I'll tell you this right now, that's not happening. And then it just keep going down. It's supposed to be stronger. But there's always going to be obstacles that we got to fight through. Right now, one of the main obstacles is everybody's on drugs. We back to the 80s. Instead of crack, everybody's on syrup. Everybody's on pills. Everybody on, so now they weak again. It's like they too strong. They are too strong, just like it was back then. Just like it was back then. In the 70s, it was Black Power this, Black Power that. Black Panthers. It was all these other organizations that was coming out to protect us. It was so many. Welcome back. It was so many organizations that was helping to fight to strengthen the black communities and all that. Even the Bloods and Crips was born out of necessity to protect our communities. There's so many organizations that started off like that. The Peace Stones, all these gangs, the Gangster Disciples, all these things was originally started from being strong black people and bettering our communities. All these things came from that. But then they started letting drugs into our communities. Pushing drugs into our communities. We got to stop these people from being so strong. They too strong. If we allow them to stay strong, we in trouble. So what they did was push drugs into our communities. And instead of adjusting and getting around these hurdles and fighting through it, a lot of us succumbed to it. A lot of us succumbed to it and became drug addicts. Now, civil rights movement, like I said, we made it back from the drugs in the 80s because the children of these drug addicts, which is us, was like, ain't no way I'm going to do that because I seen what it did to my people. I'm not doing that. So we adjusted to these barriers. We adjusted to these things and we pushed through it. Like, we're not going to do that. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And then we got stronger again. We started getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And now, pills. Now, cough syrup. Now, all these other things to slow us down again. All these things to slow us down again. And the sad thing is, they're allowing our music, which is hip-hop music, they're allowing our music to only push out negative stuff to break us down again. More potholes. You listen to the radio, you do not hear fight the power. You do not hear any fight against police brutality. You do not hear be strong. You do not hear none of that on the radio. What you hear on the radio, pop that thing, pop them pills, get on the pole, kill your brothers and sisters, all these potholes, all these slopes, all this ice, all this water on our path to greatness, they are destroying the path. They are destroying the path. They making it just a dirt road. They want to bring it back to what they believe is making America great again. These are the obstacles on our path, but we have to be persistent and keep pushing through these things because it's here. We have to fight it. We have to fight it. And that's the whole thing. You have to be persistent. No matter what it is, we have to be persistent and we have to try to teach these younger people that this is not the way. We have to try. We have to be persistent to help them through their journey. Because right now, what they believe is, if I become a rapper or producer, I could be a millionaire. There's no more looking to be a basketball player, hardly. You hardly see anybody really doing too much of that. It's some, but you hardly see anybody want to be a basketball player anymore. They don't want to be lawyers and doctors like we was growing up. Oh, I'm going to be a doctor. Even some of us, I want to be a cop, a fireman, something else. Now it's everybody just wants to be a rapper. All black people wants to be a damn rapper. Everybody can't be a rapper. Everybody can't rap. Yeah. First of all, the change came when he was able to run. The change came when he was actually a candidate for president. That's when the actual change started. That's when the actual change started, when they even put him on a ballot. For the country to even feel like he's a prime candidate to be president, that's where the change started. That's where it started. Y'all really believe that this... Okay, Ronald Reagan was an actor before he became president. Okay, that's cool. I mean, he did what he did. He came out and he wasn't the best president either. But he was better than this dude. He was better than this dude. This dude here, he was a known racist, a known sexist, a rapist, just a mean person, period. And that's who y'all decided to even make a candidate. You have to vote on a candidate. The Republicans and the Democrats, they decide who they gonna let run. They pick these things. And this who you picked? I don't know what their path to greatness is. Like they said, make America great again. Oh, we know what their path was. They put a racist in the seat to become president. And then they fought and cheated to make him the president. Excuse me. So we already know what they trying to do. They trying to put more obstacles in our path. Because they see how great we are and how strong we are. Even through all the stuff that they've been doing all this time. We still pushing through. We still persisting. We are still winning. A lot of us are still winning. We're as millionaires coming out of nowhere. There are so many black millionaires under the age of 15. Under the age of 15. Kids are inventing things and becoming millionaires selling their products. Kids. We have so many educated, college educated black people under the age of 15. People are getting a master's before 15, black people. Stuff that they'll never talk about. Because if that's out in the open, that's a barrier that we already done crossed. That's something that they can't hide. Once it's out there, they're like, oh my gosh, now more of them think they can do it. There's so many of us out here that's doing so many positive things that they'll never show. They just keep showing us the negative. And even through that, we're persistent and we keep pushing. So they got to throw something else at us. Oh, we got to bring drugs back. These kids ain't going to smoke crack. They're not going to smoke crack. They're not going to do dope. But they will pop a pill if we make it look cool, like we did cigarettes. And like we did cocaine and crack back in the days. When we make it look cool, they'll do it. Because they know a lot of us are suffering from low self-esteem. A lot of us are suffering from it because of how society treats us, that we just want to fit in. We want to seem like we're something. So they keep pushing. They're persistent in their path. They're being persistent. We have to learn from them. They're being persistent. We have to be persistent as well. They keep pushing their agenda. We got to keep pushing ours. And I keep talking about us, them, and all that. I don't have nothing against all white people. I just have something against the ones who are trying to keep us down. I don't have a problem with anybody, truthfully, except us. I have a problem with us. I have a problem with us not doing what we have to do. I have a problem with us. I don't have a problem with white people. I have a problem with us. Why are we not joining together? Why are we not helping each other? Why are we not making the path easier for the one that's behind us? Why are we not supporting our families and doing what we have to do to build? Why are we not doing that? That's what I'm mad. I'm mad at us. I'm upset with us. We're not being persistent. We're not pushing. We talk about it. Everybody talk about it. Everybody talk about it. Stop talking. Do something. Everybody talk about it. Everybody sit there and say, well, I want something better. I don't want this life. I don't want this. And be whining and complaining for nothing. Stop whining and complaining. Do what you got to do. Step up. Do something. Even if it's just talking to people. Even if it's just talking to people. Listen, if you do this in your life, you can change this. Even if you just read that in a book, share that. Even if you just read it today, share that. You ain't got to be a master at it to start teaching somebody. You don't have to be a master at it. You don't have to be an educated teacher to share some information. If you learn something today that helped you, why not tell the next person? Stop talking about it and complaining. Stop complaining. Oh, my life is like this, but you ain't doing nothing to change it. If you want to change something, you have to be the change that you want to see. You have to be doing something different. Nothing's going to change if you're doing the same thing. Nothing's going to change. Stop complaining and put some action behind them thoughts and them feelings. You feeling like you don't want to be living in the projects anymore, around all this violence and people killing each other? You feel like you don't want to be there no more? Find a way to get out of there. Sometimes you just have to pick up and move. Sometimes you just have to move. You have to put your life in God's hands sometimes. Step out on faith. I know a lot of people say, and that's the crazy thing, a lot of people say all of these things. Step out on faith. Let go and let God. This is a Facebook hashtag forever. Let go and let God. And the same people ain't doing nothing with their life, not changing nothing. Stop complaining and do something. Good morning. Late, no problem. Better late than never. Better late than never. It's messed up. Like I said, that's what I'm mad at. I'm mad at us for not helping each other. People don't even help their own brothers and sisters. I'm talking about their blood brothers and sisters. Excuse me. They don't even help their own brothers and sisters. So how do you think they're going to help somebody else? Stop complaining. That's my main thing. That's the focus right now. Be persistent with that. No matter what the situation is that's going on in your life, if it's a negative situation and it's causing problems in your life, okay, it's happening. You think it ain't happening to the person next door? You think it's not happening to the person down the street? What are you complaining for? It's happening to all of us. Find a way to get out of it. Stop complaining and start doing something about it. Stop complaining. Do something about it. Step out on faith. Let go and let God. All the stuff that y'all be saying in Facebook, everybody saying on Facebook, do something about it. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. That's the worst thing you can do. Just sit there and complain and not do anything about it. That's how you want your life? It's for real though. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Let go and let God. If you really believe in God, if you really truly believe in God, you should be able to let go and let God. You should really be able to. Be persistent with your thoughts. Be persistent with your actions. Be persistent with your feelings. If you feeling the way, fight through that. Be persistent. Get out of that rut. Let go, let God. Let me see y'all really act on that. Let me see people really act on that. Step out on faith. Okay, you believe that God will get you through anything. So if you really want to get out the projects, step out on faith. Let go and let God. Get out of there and see if he really helps you. You're not even trying to see if he's going to help you. So that means your faith is not there. Your faith is not there. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but you have to keep pushing. I don't know what happened with my recording, but it didn't work. Okay. Later for that. Obstacles. Got to be persistent. I still have this video, so I'm working. My audio, I might as well take the headphones off. Something doesn't happen with the computer. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. I'm still getting my point across to y'all, even though the recording done stopped. I still got the video. It still works out. But my whole thing is be persistent. Stop complaining. Be persistent with not complaining. Keep pushing through that. Try your hardest not to complain. You see something wrong? Work on it. Work on it. Oh, yo. The projects, it's like, all right, like you said, you missed the free lights and gas. I agree, that's a very big perk. But you don't think that was put in position? You don't think that was put there to make you want to stay there? Make you not want to grow? That's there to keep you there. If you get free light and gas, and that hot water come out hot as you want it, that cold water come out as cold as you want it, you ain't ready to leave. I could keep you in this spot forever. And look, the rent is cheap too. The rent is cheap too. Oh, how much you make? Oh, don't worry about it. We just gonna take a portion of that. We ain't gonna kill you with the rent. We're not gonna charge you what it's really worth. This place is really worth, far as real estate is concerned. We're not gonna charge you that much. We're gonna just charge you this little bit right here. You good? You just got this, and you got this damn rent. No, and you got the gas and the lights. It's all good. You good? You good? You might have to deal with some roaches. You might have to deal with these rats. You might have to deal with this, but as long as I can keep you here, as long as I can, that means that you can't go nowhere. Your life is not going to change. Your life is not going to change. You're going to be right here because you love it. So what? Somebody's getting killed next door. So what that you got to go outside and dodge bullets, but your rent is low, you got free light and gas. You should be happy. And that's how they look at us. You should be happy. Look what we gave you. You ain't give me nothing, man. You ain't give me nothing but more slavery. That's all you did. You just gave me more slavery. Something else that I got to be dependent on. Or feel like I'm dependent on, because you're really not dependent on it. You can get out of it. You can get out of it. Yes, those perks are great. Them perks are great. And I was never really a resident far as being on the lease. I was never a resident of any projects. But I lived in the projects. I was never a resident. I lived in them though. I wasn't on the lease, but I was there. And them perks are great to wake up and you could damn near drink straight out the faucet like it got ice cubes coming out. The water is great temperature. When you're ready to take a shower, that water is steaming hot. You can make a cup of tea with that water. You don't even need to put it on a pot. You don't even need to turn no pot on. Everything, it was perfect. Well, I ain't gonna say perfect because nothing is perfect, but it was great to have those perks. But to have to deal with everything else that's around that is crazy. You have to be sitting there worrying about going outside and getting shot. They put everybody on top of each other so it could be more attitudes, more attitudes connected. More people gonna fight. More people gonna do this, more people gonna do that, which means more people in jail. It's all about control, and that's how the whole system is. Listen what they're called. They're called projects. What is a project? Something that you put out there and you examine to see how it goes. It's a project. Something that you put together and then you watch it and you see and you observe it to see how it goes. Science project, you're sitting there making a volcano, you putting all this stuff together, you piling it up, put a hole in it, whatever you do, and then you pour stuff in it and see what happens. You pour the baking soda in there, the red food coloring, and the vinegar, and then you see what happens. You just watch it to see what happens. That's what the projects are. They put everybody together. Now let's just sit back and watch and see what happens. Oh, that's exactly what happened. Okay, this happened right here. Let's bank on that. Let's see how many of these people we could put in jail and how many of these people that we could get killed off. It's a project. We are all rats in a maze in these situations. Yeah. Yeah, listen. Yes, like I said about the projects and all that stuff was good. And yes, being in another environment like where we at right now, paying for water, paying for trash, paying for sewer, paying for this, paying for that. But I don't have to worry about going outside every day and ducking bullets. We wanted something different. We was persistent, and we got out that situation. Now, yes, you might have to work a little harder. It's sacrifices for everything. You might have to work a little bit harder to get things situated and to get things right as far as your bills and all this stuff. You might have to work a little harder. But if you want something better, it's come with work. It comes with sacrifice. And you have to be persistent with these things to continue to grow. This ain't where we stuck at. This is just one level of that path to greatness. This is one level. Now we made it here. Now it's time to push further. You have to be persistent. That's all it is. Every milestone in your life. Like a lot of people, oh, I made it to this age. I had my points in life that I was like, if I make it here, I'm good. And as a black man, I was saying 25. If I make it to 25, I'm good. I feel good that I made it there. And then it was every 5 years after that. 30, 35, 40. I'm like, yo, I'm 43 years old right now. I never, and thank God, I never broke a bone. I was never shot or stabbed. I never never no surgeries or no major illnesses or anything like that. I got stitches a few times on my own doing some dumb stuff I did and got hurt. But for the grace of God, I never really went through none of that kind of stuff. And I've been in situations where some things should have happened. But I'm here, everything's good, And it's giving me another day to keep pushing. You got to look at those milestones. You look back and say, well, listen, I made it past that. Whoa, I could do anything. I could do anything. If I made it through that, I could get through anything. We can get through anything. There's so much stuff that we've been through. Just look back at your life. Really look back at your life and see and pay attention to the things that happened so bad in your life. I'm talking about only the bad things. Just look at all the bad things that happened in your life that you got through. That you got through. First of all, if you alive, you still have your mental strength, you still have your emotional strength, you still have all these strengths. You made it through all those things. No matter what it was, you made it through. Even if you're still thinking about it, you made it through. You're alive. Now it's time to stop dwelling on all of that. It's time to stop dwelling on all of that. Use all of that as a stepping stone. Those are milestones in your life that supposedly had gave you strength. And it did, but you ain't paying attention to it. It gave you strength because you made it past it. You made it through, and you still living. So it did make you stronger. Now it's time to grow on that. It's time to push off of that. It's time to get up off of that. Push up off of that. Don't just sit there. Get up. Don't just sit in all of that negativity. Get up. You already made it through. You got to recognize it now. Recognize that you actually did make it through. Excuse me. I know you know people that things happen to them that was not as serious as things that happen to you. But they no longer have their mental capacity. They no longer have their physical capacity. There's people that have been shot 20 times but walking around every day. A person that got shot once didn't make it. You made it. You made it. Your persistence pushed you through. You kept pushing. You didn't stop because something happened to you. You didn't stop. Relationships happened to you. Your feelings was hurt. All these things happened to you. That didn't stop you from getting into another relationship. That didn't stop you from doing this. That didn't stop you from doing that. You got fired from a job. What you did? You ain't found another job. You didn't just say, fuck it, I'm going to get food stamps. You got another job. You kept pushing. You made it. Own that. Own that. You made it. You made it past that. You're already on your path to greatness and don't even know it. You already made it through your path of greatness. But you're already on your path of greatness and don't even know it. Because you're not allowing the greatness to shine. Everything that you do in life that you made it through, celebrate it. Celebrate it. Your persistence carried you through. Celebrate it. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how small the milestone is. Celebrate it. If you stump your toe every day in the morning and this one day you don't stump your toe, celebrate it. Y'all know how that stumping your toe on the side of the bed is. If you did this every day for a week and then that one day you didn't, you should be happy as hell. And I just threw that in there because I'm talking about that simple stuff that's that simple. You should celebrate. Everything you should celebrate because you made it through. Yes. No matter how big or small. No matter how big or small, a blessing is a blessing. Take that and celebrate it. Whatever happens to you in life that you make it through, celebrate it. Celebrate that you made it through. Like I said, I celebrate it every 5 years. After 25. I'm like, I made it to 25, like, whoa, that's great. 30, 35, 40. Now I'm looking for 45. Even though I'm looking way past that, but I'm talking about celebrating these times, especially as a black man and how it's going now. Anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. So if you still alive, stop crying. Stop complaining. You still have time to fix things. You still have time to work. You still have time. Be persistent. Keep pushing. Fight through all of that. You have enough time. You have to keep pushing. You have to be persistent. Don't let nothing stop you. Your path to greatness is right in front of you. You just got to take the first steps. You have to walk out there, drive out there, whatever your path takes. Sometimes you might have to walk. Some parts you might have to ride, drive. You might even have to get on the back of somebody else's car or motorcycle or whatever. You might have to take the back seat for a minute and let somebody else drive you. That don't mean that you're not on your path and doing what you got to do. Because sometimes we got to be the passenger. Sometimes we have to be the passenger because at that point in time, that person is stronger in that area. Especially if you're in a relationship. And when you're in a relationship, sometimes you got to take the back seat. Sometimes the other person is stronger at that situation. Like, okay, you know how to handle the bumps, but I'm good at the potholes or the ice. So when that time comes, it's your time to step up. This is you, and I'm gonna be behind you to support you through this road. It's all about being there for each other and knowing your strengths and weaknesses and how to adjust when these situations come up. But make sure that you make those adjustments. You look and you see what the situation is. Okay, I know that this right here might be hard for me, so I got to take it a different route. Every day that you wake up is another day for you to change your life. Another day that you made it. Another day that it's your turn now. It's your turn. It's your time to shine. Period. Right now is your time to shine. You made it through yesterday. I'm pretty sure you had some obstacles yesterday. I'm pretty sure you did because everybody do. Some people don't even want to get up in the morning. Your body hurt. And you can't get up in the morning. Not that you don't want to, but you can't. Your body hurt too much to get up. But once you get up and you get that stretch, or you have that cup of coffee, or whatever it is that you do in the mornings to help you get up and start your day, you made it. You made it. You got past whatever it was that stopped you from getting out of the bed. You made it. Celebrate that. Celebrate all of that. Everything that you do, every little task, is all great. You opened your eyes today. You took a breath today. You see the sun. You see your children. You see your mate. You see whatever, your mother. You talk to your mother. All these things are blessings. All these things are another chance to love, another chance to live, another chance to breathe, another chance to eat, another chance for change. Be persistent. Keep pushing. And you will make it through your path of greatness.